Welcome to Rhonda here with Foods 101. Today I'm showing you how to make the classic sweet potato pie. It's excellent for the Thanksgiving Day holidays that are just around the corner, so I'm giving you a heads up on how to make it homemade. I first start by using a 9-inch pie crust. Now this is my homemade pie crust, and if you don't know how to make homemade pie crust, check out my YouTube link below on how to make the perfect homemade pie crust. For the sweet potato pie filling, you're going to need a 1/2 cup of evaporated milk, a 1/2 cup of sweetened condensed milk, 3/4 of a cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of light packed brown sugar, 1/4 cup of butter, 3 eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon of clove, 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, and of course the star of the show are these sweet potatoes. And we're going to put them in the oven and bake them because we're going to need 2 cups of baked sweet potatoes. So let me show you how we're going to do it. I've got my oven preheating to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, and I've got a 15 by 10 inch baking pan here that I've lined with parchment paper. I'm taking a fork and I've pricked just a few holes in these sweet potatoes. This is really important to do because at times when I've not done this, I've had these sweet potatoes blow up in the oven, and I mean literally it makes the biggest mess. So make sure you give them a few little fork pricks. Now off to the oven for the next 1 hour. My sweet potatoes have baked for an hour. I've got a little knife and I'm going to stick it in here. And as you can see, if it goes in easily and comes out, that means it's completely baked. Or you can go ahead and squeeze it, and if it gives, which it does, it gives in, we're going to let this cool for the next 10 minutes, and I'll be back to show you how we're going to get this sweet potato pie filling made. I'm adding my baked sweet potatoes in a bowl here, and I'll show you. Pull it back, and you see all that lovely, beautiful orange color of the sweet potatoes. And let me tell you, the natural sugars in the sweet potatoes is absolutely fantastic. And I just take a spoon and scrape out the sweet potatoes, as you can see. Now if you get sweet potato in here, you can go ahead and just remove it. Now to this, we're going to add all of those other fabulous ingredients, which includes that evaporated milk, the butter at room temperature. Just get it all out of there with the vanilla extract, sugar, brown sugar. You may want to break that up. And of course, all those spices, you want to take a little whisk. Make sure you get them all incorporated before adding your sweetened condensed milk. And I usually use a spatula, but I'm just going to use a spoon. You want to make sure you get all that goodness out of there. And on top of all this, you're going to add your eggs. With an electric beater on high, we're going to beat this till it's lovely and creamy. About 2 minutes. That looks absolutely perfect. Back with the pie crust, as you can see, and you definitely want to keep your pie crust covered before you use it. We're going to fill in the pie crust with this absolutely fantastic sweet potato pie filling. And oh my goodness, if you could be here and smell the cinnamon and the nutmeg and the ginger. Oh yeah. And you also want to make sure you put your pie onto a baking sheet because it's going to make it much easier to transport it from the countertop to the oven. Now I've got my oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and this is going to bake for the next 60 minutes, so off to the oven. Pie has baked, and you see this dome shape it makes on the top? That's a great indicator that this pie has baked completely. And to really test it, you can use a toothpick, pop it in. If that toothpick comes out clean, you know you have a deliciously fresh baked pie. Now, when this sweet potato pie begins to cool, this dome-shaped top is going to fall evenly with the pie crust edges. So I'll be back, cut into it after it cools, and I'll tell you what it tastes like. Time to cut into this sweet potato pie. And as you can see, I love using a serrated knife. It's got the little teeth there on the edge, and I just cut directly down the center. It's still a little bit warm. And when you've got that serrated knife, you can just kind of saw through it. Just like that. And then, of course, I go into quarters like this. Okay, you're going to get a few crumbs. That's just the nature of the pie. And then, oh my goodness, it's set up very beautifully. All right, let's see what this looks like. Looky there. What a fantastic, beautiful, whoo, wish I could give you a bite of that lovely sweet potato pie. And I can tell it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Gotta give it a try. Oh, mercies. Here we go. Yep. My. Still a little warm. I can taste that cinnamon, the nutmeg, that sweetened condensed milk. Makes it lovely and creamy and absolutely delicious. If you are looking to make a sweet potato pie for Thanksgiving, this is definitely the recipe for you. You are not going to be disappointed with this sweet potato pie. Hey y'all, thanks a million for watching. Give me thumbs up here on YouTube or Instagram. This crust is absolutely magnificent. Leave me a comment and I'll catch you next time.